Hello everyone and welcome to Season 10, Episode 5 of I See Bad Movies. My name is Dave Keane and I am joined by the shiny, sparkly, multi-talented #1 singer-songwriter, Emma Spicer.
Lies, all lies.
All lies. But a big departure from me comparing you to an alien monster in the last episode.
True, yeah. It's an improvement on last
time.
Now
you've just been compared to Mariah Carey.
Okay, I'll take it.
Which, you know, it's not a bad thing to be compared. Not a bad person to be compared to. She's not a thing. she's a living,
an actual person.
Living, breathing human being.
Yes.
So yeah, welcome, Emma. Yay! We're going to be watching the movie Glitter.
Is it Glitter Room or Glitter?
Glitter.
Why have I put Glitter Room on my notes?
I don't know. Why have you put Glitter Room?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Did you have you
reused the note?
Reused the note?
I don't think I did. I thought I started a new one.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be filled up with a lot of things about this film.
Well, let's hope so. I've never seen it, and
Same.
I've never even heard of it before. You said about covering this one, so
yeah. And to be fair, when we thought of the Vanity Project movies, we were like, "Oh, there's got to be loads of them."
And there aren't that many, are there? No.
Many. I mean, there's got to be like loads through history, but there's none that like really stand out. You know, there would have been people who have done.
I'm still a bit gutted that we did J-Lo's movie as a special because that would have been a good one for this season.
It would have been. But think of it this way, right? How many Vanity movies are all singers getting into acting?
Yeah, true.
J-Lo? But then, I don't know, was J-Lo a singer before she was an actress? Because I knew her as an actress before singing.
That's a good point. I don't know.
What was the film she did with George Clooney?
I could probably
Get Out? Or no, not Get Out. It was something. It was like a steamy kind of.
Oh, you know, are you thinking about the one where she met Ben Affleck?
No, that was Jiggly.
We need to cover that because I've never seen it and you've described it to me and I think it sounds like something we need to cover.
Yeah.
But I don't know what.
I mean, there's a very famous moment in that film where she kind of nods to him to, go on, get your head down there. And goes, "It's turkey time." And he's like, "Turkey time?" And she goes, "Gobble, gobble." I mean, it's grim.
If anything's going to kill the mood.
It's so grim. That I don't know what's worse. Gobble, gobble, it's turkey time, or having sex with a belly button. What's worse?
The gobble, gobble, I think.
I think that's the real ick, isn't it?
I mean, you can kill a mood so easily, like by saying something like that.
Is that the original ick?
That would... Yeah, it might be.
I think that's when the word ick
that would immediately make me go, no,
became active.
I don't think I can carry on if somebody was saying things like that.
Look, I mean...
There's a very fine line. If you're going to talk during sex, there's a very fine line.
Yeah.
There's a very few things you can say. You very easily can just ruin it.
Listeners, put it in the comments of the social media post for this episode.
What things can you say? What's acceptable?
No. I don't want to hear acceptable things to say because that will just end up being weird. I want to hear unacceptable things. Because it will just end up being like a load of horny comments.
Yeah. Do we want to encourage this?
Nobody wants that. And I mean, that's the thing as well, right? I mean, you could arguably say Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez at that time, there must have been people who found them very attractive.
Not after that.
Not after that. Yeah, you're quite right. I think that would have put anyone off.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, enough.
So she was an actress apparently, primarily.
Okay.
And then she started her career as a dancer on the TV show In Living Colour.
Oh, was she in Living Colour? Because that was a comedy show with the Wayans brothers. I don't think it was the starting point of Jim Carrey's career either, but it was a big thing in Living Colour. And I think...
Yeah, her music career took off after she established herself as an actress.
Because I know...
I didn't know that, actually.
I say I know, but I think her big breakthrough role was playing Selena, the Mexican singer that was murdered.
Yeah, it says it here. She was the lead in the movie Selena.
Yeah.
But then it says here she began her career as a dancer.
Okay.
And then acting, then music. Yeah.
All right. So
dancer, acting, music.
Okay, so maybe her Vanity Project wasn't quite so much her moving from being a singer to an actor then.
Yeah.
But also, I'd say J-Lo's better known for her singing than her acting now.
I think so.
I would, yeah. Anyway, that's what we're going to go with. So we've got J-Lo, Madonna, Vanilla Ice, and now Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
So there's got to be more singers that have thought, let's get into the Spice Girls.
Oh, Spice
Ghetto. Space Ghetto.
Space Ghetto?
Yeah, if you say the word Space Ghetto in an American accent, it sounds like you're saying Spice Ghetto in a Scottish accent.
Oh, okay.
So any of you Americans out there want to try that, just say Space Ghetto. And it sounds like a Glaswegian going, Space Ghetto. I don't have a particularly Glaswegian accent anymore.
Beer can. If you say beer can, it sounds like a Jamaican saying bacon.
Oh, God. Or if you go, barite. Our listeners might not. When you turned me on to, was it Little Mix?
Oh.
When she had to do she had to do like a Jamaican accent. And like, do a Jamaican accent.
So funny.
Barite. What the hell?
Yeah, treat yourself to that on YouTube. But that is so funny. Yeah, they're doing
Jessie from Little Mix, or
is it Jessie?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
so
basically they were just picking up cards, I think, and they had to speak in the accent that was on the card.
Yes.
But she couldn't think of anything to say. And then apparently I heard later on that they have a thing they do to each other, which is like a little weird noise they do to each other, and she was doing that. But obviously nobody else outside of that group knows that little joke. But apparently she was doing that because she couldn't think of anything to say. But it's the weirdest, it's the funniest clip.
Yeah.
It's just her pulling her face and making a weird noise. And the other girls are like, what the?
In-jokes are a weird thing. I was at a music thing on Saturday with a couple of our pals, Ben and Sinead. And there were some people there that Ben knew. And we were just chatting away to them, and then Ben and I just started doing a load of in-jokes that we have, and we were like, oh, this means nothing to anyone.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's not funny to anyone else.
It was, we've just excluded everyone for the last 5 minutes. Whoops. Anyway, Emma, shall we talk about the synopsis of this film?
Yes.
Very briefly before we go and watch it. Right, so this one is written by Anonymous. Because who wants to put their name to this film?
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Are they actually anonymous? Wow. Well, I mean, that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
On Amazon, there's always the official synopsis, which is really short.
Yeah.
And then there's this one, which is anonymous, and it's a little bit longer. And I like the longer ones because it's a little bit more like the back. But
this person doesn't even want to admit that they've watched this movie.
That's
they
what
want
it
to
says
erase
to
it
me.
from their minds.
That's what it says to me. I mean, I might be projecting a little bit there, but that's what it says.
That's what I'm going to go with.
So, Billy Frank is a shy, young, multiracial girl who is sent away by her alcoholic mother at a very early age. At an orphanage, she befriends Louise and Roxanne. Flash forward to 1983. Billy and her friends are spotted by a record producer, Timothy Walker, who wants them to sing backup for his latest pop music discovery. But when super DJ Julian Dice hears Billy's incredible voice, he makes a shady deal with Timothy to get her out of that dead-end situation. Soon, Billy and Dice are making hits inside the studio and falling in love outside of it. Eventually, the pressure of her newfound celebrity puts too heavy a strain on Billy, forcing her to decide what it is she really wants from Dice and what she wants for herself. So dramatic sounding, isn't it?
Yeah.
But also ultimately sounds really boring.
It does. But
unless
I'm staying open-minded.
Unless it is a love story for the ages.
It might be the greatest love story never told.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, we've already seen that.
We've already seen that film, and you know that's
it might be the greatest love story told.
Wait, I'm having deja vu here. Right, shall I flip the coin?
Yes.
And see if we're going to do the good or the bad. What do you reckon?
Good.
It was a terrible flip, wasn't it? It didn't even flip. It just kind of went up in the air at an angle.
We'll count it.
It is the bad.
Okay.
It is the bad. So, who knows? I've not seen this film.
No,
You've
I've not seen
this
it.
film. Do you want me to tell you the review that it has on Amazon? What out of 10 it has?
Yeah, go on.
On Amazon, on IMDb,
2.4
out of 10.
Wow.
With 24,000 reviews.
I mean, I know this is a bad movie podcast, but that's probably the worst we've had, isn't it?
one person has given... Well, I say one person. A few people have given it a 10 out of 10. Great movie. A tour de force. A great start for Mariah. Mariah Carey is a top-notch actress. Yeah.
Is she?
But then some of the one-star ones... Let's see what the one-star ones are saying. As bad as they say. Worse than you've heard. So bad it goes past
bad
good.
As they say. I love that. As bad as you think it's going to be.
So bad it goes past good and comes back to bad again. Oh, God. Some people are pretty savage, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are you sure there's no way to vote 0? That'd be a great...
Or minus.
Okay, right.
Have we scored anything minus out of 5 yet?
We have done a minus. I can't remember what... I think minus was Captain America in 1990. I'm sure we did minuses for that.
We must have done, because that was terrible.
I mean, one day I'll go through the episodes and collate what we scored them. We really should keep a note of what we scored them, shouldn't we? Because that'd be nice. Anyway, Emma, we have yapped on so much. I think we're both dreading watching this film, actually. Yeah. Shall we go watch it?
Let's do it.
Well, Emma, welcome back. What happened with my voice?
What happened?
I didn't mean to talk like that at all.
Were you going through puberty?
It went really high. Oh my God. That was so weird.
We're both talking like that.
It just kind of... Thank you, Miss Patterson.
You bitch.
Yeah, my voice just kind of caught as I did it, and I just went with it.
I just went
with it. Yeah. Well, welcome back, everyone. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Dave here, and that was a tough watch, wasn't it, Emma?
That was so mind-numbingly boring.
Jesus, it was the worst.
It was the worst. I mean, I was just praying for it to end.
Honestly, please.
I can't remember the last movie that was that boring that we've reviewed. Can you?
Boring as well. Maybe Captain America, the 1991. That was
bad.
Boring.
That was difficult.
But this one, I know I said to you, if we weren't reviewing this,
it would have been switched off, 100%.
I don't think we'd got past 30 minutes, would we?
Nothing happened.
No. I mean, some things happened.
Not enough
but
to
did
make
we
a
care
movie
for them?
No.
No, we didn't care.
We didn't care about anybody in the movie, and not enough happened for it to make a story.
Yeah.
It wasn't really much of a story, was it?
No, there was no great love story. No. There was no... We just didn't care enough about the main character to be invested in her rags to riches either.
Yeah, which we do. We say this a lot. We don't care about the characters.
Yeah.
But even on some movies where we don't care about the actual characters, there's enough going on that we can still enjoy, or it's funny, or...
Yes.
But this was just, we don't care about the characters and there's no storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just really, it was a really difficult watch.
I said... what was that I said close to the end of the film, that this film is like a wish fulfillment film for young girls, isn't it? Like, they want to meet a man and they want to become... Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all girls are like this, but it's one of those kinds of dream movies. They meet a man, they become a successful pop star, and life turns out great. Kind of.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah.
With a bit of a sting in the tail.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, oh well... I'm not going to spoil the end of the film at the moment because I will go through the synopsis. But at the end of the film, something tragic happens.
But it's not.
But then you don't get the feeling that anybody in the film cares about each other enough for it to actually be that tragic a thing.
Yeah. I know.
And ultimately, it's almost like, oh, well, at least I don't have to worry about that chapter. I can just move on now with the rest of the film. I can just move on with the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just frustratingly, mind-numbingly boring.
Yeah.
It really was. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't expecting the greatest love story never told. I was just expecting at least a story if not a love story.
It's not The Notebook, is it?
I've never seen The Notebook.
Have you not?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Is it a great love story?
I think, I tell you what The Notebook's good for. It's good. I think it's really, this is really sexist, but I do think it's a girls' film.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't think it's sexist. There's loads of film that are.
But I think it's, if you're feeling sad, it's a good one to watch. Like,
okay. Is it quite uplifting?
No, it's
the opposite.
It's the opposite, but sometimes girls just need to have a cry. And there might have been nothing wrong, but you just need to let your emotions out.
Yeah.
And the storyline is that Ali and Noah are the couple in it, and they meet when they're very young. They get separated at some point, and he's been writing to her every day.
Oh, okay. This was sounding like the beginning of a Neil Breen movie.
No. He's been writing to her every day, but her mum didn't pass on the letter, so she never knew.
Okay.
And then
what bitch?
Yeah, I know, because she didn't really approve of him because they're quite a well-to-do family. She wanted her to marry somebody well off and all of that.
Worse, a snobby
and he's
bastard.
Not. So she goes off and she's engaged to somebody else, but then they meet again, and she sort of spends a couple of nights at his house and blah blah blah. This is years later. And then she's engaged. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm engaged, and I've told him I'll marry him, but I love you," and blah 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 blah. And then there's all that to do. And anyway, it's all this story of their life, and they end up together, and they end up having a family and blah blah blah. But the story is being told from Ali's notebooks, she's now elderly and in a care home, and she's got dementia. And Noah is visiting her every day, but she doesn't know who Noah is, and he's reading her the notebook. And she, at the end, realises it's them. Okay. But all the time she's listening to the story, she doesn't realise it's them he's talking about.
Okay.
And then, she passes away. I think he's there laying in bed with her, and she passes away. And so
is
it's
that
just...
a tear I see forming?
No.
No, I meant in the reflection of my glasses back at me.
But it's because when you realise that actually she's now old and this is the story of them, and she's got dementia, and she doesn't realise that she's listening to the story of her life.
Yes.
And then there's also their adult children come to visit and stuff, so it's they do end up together and they end up having a family together, but then she gets dementia, and it's really sad because obviously dementia's horrible, isn't it?
Horrible thing.
And the fact that she can't remember her own family and stuff, so it's really sad. But they have this great love story up until then, and then it's the way they tell. With that movie, it's the way they tell it, because she's telling it from a old, and I've just realised I've just completely ruined it for anybody who hasn't watched it. But I think you do find out. I haven't watched it for a while, but I think you do find out that she's elderly and in the home before the end of the movie. I think you do realise that they're telling this story and they're chatting, and it's them going back.
Look, Emma, the film is 21 years old.
Yeah, it is
if
an old
people
movie,
don't know the end of The Notebook by now, then
fair enough. Yeah,
there's a moratorium for spoilers, and 21 years is definitely okay.
I think I'm safe.
Yeah, 100%. If anyone's got a complaint, write in.
It's the sort of movie that a lot of men would be like, oh, it's a soppy chick flick kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's more the way that it's done is the thing that people like, because it's really sad that she's reading about her life, or he's reading it to her about her life, and doesn't realise it was her that they're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. I get it. I can understand why that would be one of those sort of cry into a bucket of ice cream kind of movies.
But it's this great love story. They have a really great love story. So this ain't it.
No, this ain't it.
Glitter is not a great love story like that.
It's really not. It doesn't even. I'll just start talking. I'll go through this. I'll go through what happens in the film.
It shouldn't take long.
No, the synopsis goes on quite a lot. This synopsis is actually available on Amazon. I'm gonna embellish on it a little bit. So we're in the nightclub scene in 1970s New York, okay? And we've got a lady singing on the stage, and she's a bit too drunk to continue. So she calls her daughter up, young daughter, maybe 11, something like that, still very young. And her daughter sings the main part of the song, and the mother joins in a little bit every now and again. But clearly, this girl has a talent that she's wowing this crowd in this nightclub, or this music club. I wouldn't say it was a nightclub, but although
how you
I
describe
think the definition of a nightclub might have sort of changed a little bit to what we think of as a nightclub from the 70s to now.
It's more of a it's a club with like live singers, so it's not like a nightclub where you have a DJ and stuff like that. But would it still be classed as a nightclub? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And after this, Billy's mother takes her to see her father, who is I would say probably a slightly upper middle class white guy who clearly wants nothing to do with his child or her anymore. And she goes to him basically asking for money. Yeah. And he gives her a wad of cash just to basically wash his hands of her, I suppose, really. Mm. And then they go back to their kind of apartment in New York, and there's a fire.
Yes.
And ultimately, Billy's taken away from her mother as she's deemed irresponsible to raise her. And obviously Billy's estranged father wants nothing to do with her, or either of them. So Billy spends the rest of her teenage years in an orphanage where she meets her friends Louise and Roxanne. But then we skip to 1983, and we've got 19-year-old Billy working as a nightclub dancer along with her friends Louise and Roxanne from the foster home. And they're kind of dancing and singing away on this stage. And that's where they meet Timothy Walker, played by, now what I would say is quite a controversial character, Terrence Howard. Mm. So Terrence Howard was the original roadie in the Avengers movies and Iron Man movies. He was the first roadie in Iron Man 1. Yeah. But then when they were coming back for Iron Man 2, he asked for too much money. And they were like, nah, see you later.
We'll
and replaced him. And got a better actor in. No, he now is espousing that he's figured out maths. We're all doing maths wrong, and effectively 1 + 1 = 3 if you just do math correctly. Yeah, he's a little off the deep end, but he's the sort of character that now turns up on the Joe Rogan show, and Joe goes, "Oh man, that's really interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting." Because Joe Rogan himself doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. So apparently dinosaurs didn't lay eggs. They gave birth to fully grown humans that then transformed into dinosaurs. What? Oh man, that's so interesting. It's a sort of stupid thing that someone would go on and say to Joe Rogan, and he'd go, "No, really? Oh wow, that's so interesting." Yeah. But that's Terrence Howard now. I don't think he was this insane back when he made Glitter, but you never know. These things are a strange way of coming out.
It had to start somewhere.
It's got to start somewhere. But yeah, so Timothy Walker, he's a record promoter, and he offers the three of them a contract as backup singers, or backup singers / dancers to his, not protege, his new act, a lady called Silk. Initially, Billy says no, because she wants to achieve stardom completely on her own terms, but Louise and Roxanne kind of pester and say, "Hey, no, please do this, because also it's money, and who are you to say no? Because we're part of the group. It's not just you, Billy. It's not just you." But I think this will come back to Billy and her friends a little bit later in the movie. So yes, they end up saying fine, and the three of them are contracted. Now, we see them in the studio singing away, and Silk is awful. She's not a good singer. She's the part.
Yeah, she looks the part.
Absolutely.
But she cannot sing.
Yeah, and we get this sort of little scene where Billy is asked to sing the part that Silk just sang. And surprise, surprise, they record the hit single, All My Life, but they replace Silk's vocals with Billy's vocals.
Yes.
And Silk spends her time lip-syncing to Billy's singing.
J-Lo.
Well, it's that ghosting. They call it ghosting in the film, and that's a real thing.
Apparently J-Lo does it.
Yeah, lots of ghosting from her. Yeah, apparently. I don't want to get sued. Allegedly.
Allegedly, that is what's happened.
People have said
that other singers record her songs, and then she just. I mean, have you heard her live? She ain't great.
I have heard her live. I have. I can't believe...
There's an interview where she tries to sing, and then she goes, "Oh no, wait, I'll do that again." It's like, why would you get her live singing on something when you know she can't live sing?
I think. Do you think maybe they did that to her on purpose, though?
No, but I don't know if it's a planned thing. Whether they just if they sprung it on her, then I would still be like, oh, I've got to save my voice for the show or something. I'd be like making an excuse because you can't sing and you're going to be exposed.
But then, is she so
deluded that
narcissistic or deluded?
That she thinks
that
it's
actually
fine.
I'm great.
There's also an interview where she tries to speak Spanish and gets it wrong.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Now, I mean, the thing is, though, what I would say to that is, if maybe Spanish wasn't her first language, maybe it was a second language, but if you don't practice a language, even if it's a language you knew when you were younger,
you'll still lose it. You'll lose it.
But so I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being devil's advocate there, rather than just like piling on JLo again, which is fun.
She's like, don't try to answer in Spanish then if it's rusty.
Yes, that's a good point.
But she goes in all cocky and then realises halfway through, oh shit, I don't think I know what I'm talking about. I think she accepts an award as well at one point. I've seen so many clips because when she did the documentary and the movie, the Atlas movie, and then the documentary that went with it, it was all over my feed on TikTok because it was everybody just being like, what is this movie? And then there was like, you go down a wormhole, don't you? And then I found loads of clips of like interviews and cringe things that she'd done. And there was an interview where she tried to speak Spanish, and I'm sure she accepted an award and tried to say something like, this is for the Spanish people or something like that.
Okay.
And then the caption came up like what she'd actually said, and it was not correct. But
take this, Spanish people.
And again, you could see on her face, she started it and then was like, shit, I don't actually know how to say this. And then kind of fumbled it. And it was like really embarrassing. But don't go in all cocky. Like, if you can't speak fluently another language, don't think you can do an interview in another language. No. You need to be fluent if you're going to be doing an interview or an award speech or something.
So, little story. In my job, we were working with this customer from Germany. Really big customer from Germany.
Yeah.
Okay? And they had people on the project who were English and would speak English, or German people who had a very good command of English. But there were some people on this particular call we were going to have who did not speak good English, and they asked for us to have a German-speaking translator. So, not a problem. We absolutely did that. But we were told in no uncertain terms, look, even if you know a bit of German, don't do it. Don't say it. Don't do anything in German, because that's why we've got an interpreter.
Yeah.
And of course, first thing that happens, one of my colleagues spouts out a little bit of the German they know, and when they introduced themselves, and it was like, oh no,
it's just cringe.
Just don't. It's very cringy. Very cringy.
I mean, you just embarrass yourself.
You do just embarrass yourself. If you don't know the language well enough. It's like, I've done some Spanish on Duolingo, but if I went to Spain, I wouldn't be sat there going, una mesa para dos personas, por favor.
I think it's very hard to get fluent on something like that, isn't it?
It is. You've got to speak to people.
Conversation,
You've got to speak to people.
But you might be able to get by on a holiday or something, like ordering things and stuff like that.
I think I'd probably be a little bit confident looking at things and reading things.
Yeah, reading, I think, is easier, isn't it?
Yeah, rather than speaking to someone.
And it's not just speaking, it's understanding their reply, because people speak very quickly.
Yeah.
So I've found before, because I did Spanish lessons before, like actual face-to-face with a tutor, and it was always the conversation. He'd always get us to have conversations. But when he said something back to you, because he was obviously fluent, it was so quick and the words kind of merge into each other. Mm-hmm. And I found that on Duolingo as well, actually, that they kind of, when you speak, to pick out individual words is hard when you learn a different language. So I can read it quite well. I can work out what something says most of the time in Spanish. Yeah. Because even if you don't know the present and past tenses very well, you can work out a sentence, can't you? But speaking it is really hard.
And I think it would be, and I think it's the sort of thing that makes it handy for as well, is maybe like not speaking it, but if maybe you're talking or you're trying to talk to someone in your own language, and they're maybe they don't have a great English, but maybe you have somehow learnt the word in Spanish, and you can be like, a table, or a cup, vata, whatever. I can't even remember. It's so long ago I did any Spanish, but might be able to say, water, agua, or something to but I don't think I could pretend to be like,
I couldn't have a conversation.
Oh my God, I just spoke to that person in Spanish. No, I absolutely butchered their language to them. Yeah. It's it takes a long time. Yeah, it takes a long time. Because I'm doing Gaelic now, Scots Gaelic on Duolingo.
Yes.
And now that I'm not doing this play that we had 2 weeks off, a few weeks off a while ago actually, because to accommodate me being all lovey-dovey and doing acting shit. Now I'm not doing that. I'm going to be able to spend a little more time off of Duolingo, but on other language resources. There's quite a lot learn Gaelic, speak Gaelic, which I think will be better than the memory game that is Duolingo. Anyway. Yes, we put language people to rights there, didn't we? Plus, also Duolingo's all AI now, so screw that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, something like that. They're moving away from like people creating the.
I did see that people were slagging it off.
Yeah.
I think that was on TikTok as well, saying you can't really learn a language through Duolingo. It's a bit of bollocks, really.
Yeah, it's a memory game.
Yeah,
it's just a memory game.
I think what you can do is you can, like you say, you can learn particular words, but you're not going to be putting sentences together and stuff from it.
I mean, to be fair, it is teaching me sentence structure.
Yeah,
but it's not very conversational.
No.
You know, like one of the things it taught me was, the Loch Ness Monster drinks iron brew, and you're like, well, okay, fine, I can like.
How to get that into a conversation?
Yeah, exactly. I can understand like me saying, maybe this person is drinking, and then another drink.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, I see what you did there. Yeah. It's Scots Gaelic, so it has to be iron brew, and it has to be the Loch Ness Monster. Which, funnily enough, is the Loch Ness Monster is one single word.
Oh, is it?
Nishak. That's it.
But also, like I just said, if you said your sentence to somebody and they chatted back, would you be able to pick out what they've said if they're talking quickly?
Do you know, right? It's not a big language, is it, Gaelic? Yeah. It's a small language. There's very few speakers in the world, right? But when you do like the like Spanish on Duolingo, whatever, they've got very specific sentences, and they've got like it's said by a cast, and it's different people, so you might get some different pronunciations. But when you get the wording and all that said back to you in Gaelic, it could be different voices doing the individual words in a sentence. Yeah. So you'll hear like there's an old woman who does some of it, and she's got such a different pronunciation to everyone else of different words. It's very strange, very difficult to work with. Anyway, so they are Billy's lip syncing. We'll come back to the film, honest. So Billy is lip syncing for Silk, and they kind of debut this song at a nightclub, and so Billy's singing Silk's song. The recording of Billy singing is playing, which it gets her noticed by the club DJ, Julian Dice Black. Oh, his name's Julian Dice Black, not Julian Dice. Okay. So this is during the public debut of the song All My Life. Dice, knowing that Silk is an indifferent singer, terrible, I don't know why they used the word indifferent, is shocked by the arrangement and the fact that Billy is doing the singing and not Silk. So he goes backstage to congratulate Billy for singing the song. Silk insults her backup singers in front of a photographer, and Billy, not wanting to take the verbal abuse, exposes Silk by singing All My Life a cappella in front of Dice. Impressed, he wishes to produce her, but Billy turns him down, thinking that he wants to exploit her talent. Is that what people with talent, is that what they do? They just turn people down? No, you're going to exploit me. I mean,
yeah, all the time.
All the time.
I mean, how do they get anywhere if they're just like...
That's two people she's turned down in a row.
Yeah.
Because she wants to make it on her own. But in the music business...
How do you make it on your own? And especially in the 80s. Like nowadays, a lot of people come to fame through social media and things like that, because you can have a platform now where you can share your music and your talent. Like... Yep. Like Sam Ryder came from like TikTok, didn't he? The guy who did Eurovision for us a couple of years ago, and he's like done loads of stuff now, and he has got a fantastic voice. But he just shared his videos of him singing. Everyone was like, "Whoa, amazing voice!" And then he got some opportunities from it. In the 80s, you couldn't do that. The internet did exist, but nobody had it in their homes, did they? In the 80s,
no, absolutely.
So you would absolutely be snapping someone's hand off for an opportunity, wouldn't you? If in that industry.
Which is probably why a lot of people did get exploited back then by record companies.
Because they were desperate to get famous, and that was the only way, wasn't it?
And people are still exploited by record companies.
And lots of people have been in very famous bands and come out with no money at all because they've been screwed over by the management, haven't they?
Yeah,
E17.
absolutely. I was thinking, I know exactly who you're talking about there.
Watch the documentary.
So anyway, guess what happens? Dice keeps pestering her and Billy relents. Exactly the same as what happened with bloody Timothy Walker. So she relents after he pesters her. She raises concerns about her contract with Timothy Walker. And Dice says to Walker, look, he basically threatens him that he's not going to play any more artists from Timothy in his nightclub unless Timothy surrenders Billy and her friend's contracts. Now, Timothy eventually agrees on the provision that Dice pays him $100,000. So Billy and Dice start working on songs. Okay, the first being a hit underground single, Didn't Mean to Turn You On. How many times in this film do you think the words Didn't Mean to Turn You On is sung?
Oh, I have actually got music as a bad category, and that is one of the songs that, because the only lyrics in it were I didn't mean to turn you on.
Yeah.
Constantly. Over and over again. And every single song is just a generic Mariah Carey song with the same tune. Yes,
it is, isn't it? It's so... I think it's something like Mariah Carey wrote the music for the film for herself, but didn't actually write songs, just wrote snippets of songs.
Yeah, they weren't whole
those
songs.
Snippets over and over again. It's like watching a Vine over and over again.
It was like YouTube Shorts, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for all you young people nowadays, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
So look, Billy and Dice start working songs. So they record "Didn't Mean to Turn You On" as an underground single. Dice advises Billy to play off record companies to secure a bigger deal, which I absolutely do, and ultimately sign with a fella called Guy Richardson of a major record label. And now, with a little bit of success in their hands, Dice asks Billy to dinner. Later, he asks her up to his apartment, and they have a little bit of frisky time. Yes. So, Billy then releases her first major single, Loverboy, and it's a success. Surprise, surprise. It is just everything goes right for Billy. Now, the music video originally features Billy, Louise, and Roxanne. However, the director, dissatisfied with the results, orders Billy to wear more and more revealing clothing, and then ultimately also replaces Louise and Roxanne with professional semi-nude male dancers. Now, when the male dancers are then ordered to dance closely to Billy, this kind of... Well, I mean, she's quite upset by it because that's not what she was expecting and it's not what she's agreed to. And Dice seeing, and fair play to him, Dice seeing how uncomfortable she is, he intervenes on her behalf and they leave the set before the music video can be finished. Now, that annoys the record label because then Dice is denied permission to produce songs on Billy's debut, including another song, Reflections, which Billy wrote about her mother. Now, Billy's called to perform at the USA Music Awards where she meets a singer-songwriter called Raphael. And later, at the after-show party, they meet again, and Raphael suggests that they write and work on a song together. Now, Dice orders Billy and her friends to leave. Like, that's it, we're leaving, accusing Raphael of sexual advances towards Billy. And they are in the car driving back home or away from the USA Music Awards. And Louise and Roxanne give Billy an ultimatum. It's either them or Dice. But then they leave before she can actually make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So they, it's us or him. And then they make the decision for her and piss off. So Billy's upset by this, but she's comforted by Dice, and she says to him, "Look, if you didn't believe in me, none of this would have ever happened." So I think she's picking Dice here,
Yeah.
However, Billy is at home in her and Dice's place, and this kind of reconciliation between them is a little bit short-lived, as Timothy Walker is in the apartment and Billy's on her own. And she's threatened by him concerning the $100,000 debt that Dice has failed to pay. And Billy tells Dice that Timothy was at the apartment and about this debt in her contract. And she's confused because she thought he had handled her contract properly. And she admits to Dice that Timothy threatened her and Dice. And now, in a rage, Dice finds Timothy and puts him in hospital with a beating. Dice is arrested, and that causes Billy to leave her appearance on a late night live show to bail him out. Now, Billy, upset about how Dice lied about her contract and his arrest, argues with him and leaves him. And with nowhere to go, she goes back to live with Roxanne and Louise. I will also say at some point during this sort of meteoric rise to fame that she's having, she also goes back to the orphanage to try and find out details about her mother. And they're like, we don't have any forwarding details, but if we find anything, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Billy tries to deal with the pain by creating a hit single, I Want You, with Raphael, which, oh, surprise, surprise, is a hit. But her emotional pain leads her to solo songwriting. Now, Dice also misses Billy and also begins to writing a song. Now, at this stage, Billy goes to see Dice in his apartment and attempt to reconcile, but he's not at home. And she finds the music that he's written, and Billy realises that they've written the same song.
Which is ridiculous.
Surprise, surprise. Two people not connected at this time.
Yeah.
Write the exact same melody.
It's ridiculous.
I know there's only so many combination of notes in the world.
Yes, there are, because there's this whole big thing about copyright on songs, and isn't there? Because I think it was Ed Sheeran did.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, he did a video, didn't he? And he was like, "Look, there's only, you know, if I play this song and then I play that song, it's the same chord combination. It's just different lyrics, different melody over the top. But there's only so many chords, isn't there? So you are going to get repetition in songs, and you get loads of songs that sound very similar. Yeah,
I think it's G, D, E minor, C.
Yeah,
I think.
So how many different versions of that can you have? Songs. Yeah, like you.
Yeah,
it's silly.
Well, that's if you're in the key of G. If you're in the key of C, C, G, A minor, F. But and there's so many songs, you could literally pick up a guitar
and play similar. Yeah,
play any combination of those chords, and someone go, "Oh, hey, that's that's Save Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry." You know, it's
and
just
so many. And when you see people do videos as well, where they like sort of merge two songs together because they're so similar sounding, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that does sound like that." But you know, there's only so many different tunes you can have, so just get over it.
There's a comedy troupe that did this before Ed Sheeran did it in his trial, and he basically got his guitar and played loads of different songs. And a lot of people attribute it to Ed Sheeran, but the comedy troupe were called Axis of Awesome, I think. And they like you'll be able to find it on YouTube. Axis of Awesome, and they do a whole stick of like 4 chord songs, and they just do the same, and it's classic thing. But yes, they write the exact same melody.
It could happen.
It can happen. Maybe it's because
they're so in sync with each other,
or they're so generic. Yeah,
well, their songs just all sound the same, so whatever they write is going to sound like that.
Oh yes, I know.
That's more like
exactly like this. So they've written the exact same song, and the song is called Never Too Far. She kisses the sheet music, leaving a lipstick imprint, and she sees that he's bought a ticket to her sellout show at Madison Square Gardens or wherever it is.
I think it was Madison Square Gardens.
It's one of the big places in New York, isn't it? Now,
but this relationship has been very tumultuous, hasn't it? Because
he's been
a bit of a
really
prick,
jealous.
Isn't he? Yeah, he's been really
fame.
jealous, and he's a bit of a controlling prick.
Yes,
and she's starting to go, actually, I don't know if this is the guy for me.
But she always falls back and goes, "Oh, but I would have none of this if it was for him."
Yeah.
And our friends, I think, they're right to give her a little bit of tough love, because
they absolutely are.
You know, but I haven't. It's not like there's been that much conversation between them to say. I mean, they give her an ultimatum kind of instantly.
Yeah.
There's no kind of. I mean, he's not abusive or anything. He's not. Emotionally abusive.
Yeah, he's not physically abusive.
And both are at the same levels of absolute terribleness.
Yeah.
But it's like our friends are. I don't know if that would be the right thing to do in terms of supporting your friend, is just to instantly go, that's it. it's them or me. I don't know if that's the right thing straight away.
I don't think you should say it's them or me. I think you can look. You can always give people advice in relationships. They're never going to listen. Yes. They have to get there themselves. I think as we know, I think as a friend, what you should say is you can absolutely say, I don't think this is the right guy for you, or this behaviour is worrying. Yeah. But I think the last thing you say is it's them or me. What you say is, I've got concerns, and voice them. I hope it works out, but if it does all go wrong, I'm here. That's what I think you say as a friend.
Rather than...
Not because me or them. You don't want to alienate them and make them feel that they're on their own.
No way out then.
Yeah, and then they've only got that toxic person in their life because they feel like they haven't got their friends. Yeah. But yeah, their friends are a bit harsh, but... And
that toxic person will always be like, who else are you going to turn to? Ultimately,
well, this is the thing, if this person is toxic, they're going to use that and go, well, your friends don't care about you. You've only got me, kind of thing. And they don't say it in that many words, but that's what happens, isn't it?
That is the implication.
And you end up thinking, well, I've only got them. They're my only... Yeah,
my only life.
I haven't got anybody else, so I'm going to have to stick with them,
Yeah, that's...
She doesn't, though, does she? She doesn't.
And I don't think it would matter if whether you were a massive superstar and you had loads of money and a way out, which might seem easier because you could support yourself. Yeah. Because it's not always about whether you can support yourself. It's an emotional trap, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, that people get trauma bonded, they call it, don't they? So
is that the word? Trauma
so
bond?
They end up they're so kind of bonded to this person, but it's not a healthy bond. It's a reliance and codependent as well is another one, isn't it? They're codependent relationships where you sort of rely on each other and you haven't really got a life outside of that. Yeah. If you haven't got like a network of friends and family and other people in your life, you end up if your whole life is about that one person, how do you ever leave if it's wrong?
And I suppose you'll tend to end up with no friends in your life
because they've alienated them.
They'll alienate them for you. Yeah.
Or they've made or people do things where they don't necessarily like push people away, but they make a really big deal. Oh, you're going out with, I'll just sit here on my own then, but it's things like that. It's like emotional blackmail and like guilt tripping you. Like, oh, you're going to spend time with somebody else. Oh, but I've got the day off today and I was going to spend time with you. And like, why don't we do something together? And then they end up gradually, if you don't see your friends very often, you end up not being invited to things. You end up not, So it's just a slow...
So it's a slow thing. It's like micro things to just chip away.
Yeah, it's not always just a case of like, I don't like your friends and I don't want them around. Yeah. It's they're clever about how they do it. It's like before you know it, you've got no friends, and I've seen it happen to people. Like it hasn't luckily happened to me, but I've seen it happen to other people where gradually then they're not going to the gym. Oh, they're not seeing their friends. Oh, they're not talking to their family. Like it's just a gradual kind of. Oh, so you literally have got that one person and that's it.
I feel like I've just had a revelation about previous relationships. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's never happened to me. I've never been like alienated from friends and family before, but I have definitely seen other people do it. And it happened to them and thought, you don't realise. And they don't see it. They don't see what's going on.
No, clearly, because I'm just sitting here thinking, oh shit.
And when people are controlling and they're like, they don't really like you going out and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't just downright say, you're not going out. It's like that. It's like, oh, but I thought we could have a nice evening together, or I need your help with something, and it's that all the time. Or it's like, or it could be the other extreme where they just absolutely kick off, and it's such an argument every time that people end up going, oh, I won't go then.
It's easier just not.
It's easier to that, and that is like weaker people will just be like, oh, okay, it's easier if I just go. I'll stay in then.
All right.
No, but I mean, because if you were in a new relationship and someone was like, I don't like you going out, you'd be like, well, fuck off then, because I am going to go out and do stuff.
Yeah, but because you can go out and do stuff, and I won't stop you from doing it. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this relationship in this movie is very like it's very unhealthy. It's not a healthy relationship at all from his side. She's okay, isn't she?
Yes.
But he's just kind of like controlling and.
Yeah, she is very much. There's no. Because you get relationships where both people are quite toxic for each other. Yeah. And there's no toxicity from her.
No.
She's just being a normal person that is rising to fame.
I thought he's insecure or something like that either, does he?
Because even though she's talking to this Raphael fella, there's nothing coming from her towards this Raphael fella being like, I find him attractive or overly, or even remotely flirting. It's just two people talking.
It's just his,
and it's all from him, isn't it? Yeah. And we've got to kind of want them to be this great it's not a great relationship. Now, so Dice has got this ticket and she sees it. She kisses the sheet music. She leaves a lipstick imprint, and I don't know if I can't remember if she writes a little note on it or something.
I think she just puts a B, doesn't she?
Yes, that's right. It's just the B
her
for
initial,
Billy.
Yeah.
That's right, yes. And Dice later discovers this when he gets home, and he plans a reconciliation. So he is making his way to the concert with his ticket. However, Timothy Walker shows up and is like, where's my 100k?
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of an argument. Obviously, Timothy Walker's been put into hospital by him previously.
Yeah.
And he shoots Dice and kills him. He's shot dead. Done and gone.
And we don't care, do we?
Tragedy. When the feeling's gone, you can't go on. Tragedy. Oh, we don't care.
But did you care? I didn't give a shit. I was like, oh, okay.
Didn't care. And also,
I was almost like good, because Billy will just keep going back to him otherwise, and he's toxic for her.
Yeah. I think this is what needed to happen for her.
And I hate to see relationships like that, even if they're fictional.
Yeah. So Billy's management and support crew see a report of the murder on television, and Billy hasn't turned up to the show, so they're worried that she's with him. But then they see she turns up, and they turn around and she's seeing the report there as well. And she comes out. She does the show. She carries on with the show, and she walks out, and she's standing in front of the mic, and she's about to sing her song "Loverboy." But she tells the crowd never to take someone for granted, and that if you love them, you should tell them, because you might never have the chance to tell them how you really feel. But then she starts to sing "Never Too Far," which is the song that they wrote together, but separately. Now, afterwards, Billy reads a note that Dice had left her, where he tells her of his love for her, his plan to see her perform, and that he has found Billy's mother. And now, straight after the show, Billy's limo takes her to the secluded rural property where she is united with her mother once again.
Oh, yeah.
And end the film.
I must have totally switched off by the end, because I just forgot that.
So I'm going to just say, Emma, was this movie glitter or shitter? Shitter. Absolutely.
Oh, it was the worst. It was so boring.
I mean, I know we said nothing happens, and ultimately her love interest is shot. And they're like, but
right
still
at the end,
nothing happens. And there's nothing big from it either. She's a little bit upset. She goes on stage, sings a song, and then gets over it in the same night. I mean, to be fair, he's a dick.
He is, yeah.
You know, yeah. So let's talk about the bad bits, shall we?
Which there are many.
Oh God, yes. Right. I have got bad music. I've got a bad location, and I've also got a bad name. That's a new one for us.
A bad name.
I've got a bad name.
Okay, fair enough.
So what do you want to? What have you got?
I've got costume.
Okay.
Accent. Music. I think that's it. Oh, and then I've got this didn't go into a category, but
hey, I've got bad name.
Well, I suppose character. We put character in, didn't we, a little while ago?
Yes.
Because we had actor, but we didn't have character, did we? I think that's going under bad character then.
Okay. Nice.
So
you had it here first, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 2 new categories tonight: bad name and bad character.
Yep.
Might even be the same person.
Probably is.
Probably is.
Dice?
Yeah, it's Dice. Go on. Do you want to talk about the character then?
So, Dice is just completely cringe. There's like clips of him. So when they're writing these songs, there's clips of him playing the keyboard and smoking, and he's just pulling the weirdest faces and trying to look. He's trying to look kind of cool, I think, or sexy. I don't know what he's going for. I don't know what he's aiming for, but he's putting the sort of face that you think you're going for, like either sexy or like I don't know. I don't know what he's going for, but it doesn't come off anyway. And I mean, it was quite amusing, but he is just cringe. When like in the club as well, they have like these rap battles, and he like takes the microphone round, and like some woman does this really awful rap, doesn't she? Like it's the worst. And then he turns the microphone back to himself, and he just goes, yeah. And you're like, everyone else is rapping. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, he's just an awful character, and he's a dick.
He's not so much a DJ, is he? He's more like the fairground announcer. Everybody hold on tight, because we're going to go round and round
if you want to go faster.
Yeah. He's not really a great DJ, is he? And that's,
no, not at all.
That also comes back to my bad name.
Okay.
So his name is DJ Julian Dice. Okay, and he goes by the moniker DJ Dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, they've missed a palindrome there. They should easily, if I was a DJ and my initials were JD, I'd be DJ JD. Yeah. Right? It's awful, but it's better than DJ Dice.
Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, DJ Dice, whatever. But also, DJ, it's JD backwards.
I know. They would love it in Troll.
They'd be all over it in Troll. I just dropped the safety cover for my phone. No, my watch.
Oh.
And I've got no idea where it went in my bag.
Oh,
but
okay.
Anyway, that was a slight segue.
Anyway, while we're slagging off Dice,
yes,
can I also just say he was my bad accent as well?
Yeah.
Because he does a very dodgy American accent. So he kind of does. So Max Beasley plays the DJ, and he's an English actor.
Yeah.
He does a whole sentence in an English accent, and then just makes the last word American. That's what I felt like he was doing.
Yes. So when you said that, I listened out for it, and I was like, actually.
So it's like me saying, David, would you like a cup of coffee?
Thanks. Oh.
It's like, why are you just in the last word? I got the impression that he was really trying to not overdo it, because obviously you can really like ham up an accent and it sounds awful, and it's subtlety, isn't it, normally of an accent that makes it believable.
Yeah.
But it was too subtle, because it was just an English accent, and then the odd word was thrown in with a slight American twang. It was like, you're not actually doing the accent. It's a bit like Liam Neeson or Jason Statham, who just don't do accents, do they?
Yes, I know.
It's like, we're just not going to bother.
Yeah.
We're meant to be American in this, but we're going to be Irish or English. We're not going to be.
But also, you're Max Beasley. You're not Liam Neeson. You're not a Sean Connery in the world. I mean, I don't even know what he did to make him be like, to make him like a contender for like a American movie.
That's what I was going to say. Like, what? It begs the question, why not just cast an American guy? If you're going to get an English person to do an accent, like if you're going to get anyone in the movie to do an accent, right? Normally it's because they're a great actor.
Yep.
So, but the character has to be that nationality. So you cast a great actor, and a great actor can do accents.
Yeah.
So it's not normally a problem.
Or he's like a really big up and coming actor, and they're like, let's get him in this movie.
Let's get him in. But then they normally work quite hard. I mean, I know this is probably quite low budget, but you know, maybe he was cheap and that's why he got the part. But it's, you know, like in a big budget movie, you would have a dialect coach, wouldn't you? And you'd have somebody, you know, you'd work with somebody quite a lot on perfecting the accent.
Yeah.
But, and I get why actors have to do accents, because they might be a great actor and right for the role.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this, you know, there's a reason why the character has to be from a certain place. But I just think for this, I mean, for a movie like this, they could have just cast an American actor, surely.
Yeah, but what sometimes happens is, especially back in the day, I don't know if it's so much nowadays, but what would happen is it'd be almost like you know, when you're in school and you go to like a French family and a French kid comes to you, get
an
a foreign
exchange
student. It's almost like that happens with American actors. So you'll have an American actor come over to do a British thing, and you'll swap over a British actor to do an American thing. And I'm wondering if that's what happened. So what else happened in 2001 with an American actor over in the UK doing something? And we were like, well, we'll give you Max Beasley for him. Like some international trade going on.
I don't know.
But they would do that. Like between Equity and SAG-AFTRA, I think, is the Screen Actors Guild, isn't it? In the US. But you get weird things like that happen. So maybe the studios did like a thing where Max Beasley went over and some US person.
Yeah, that's
I just
weird,
honestly
though.
don't know. But it begs the question: what else happened what movie, UK movie in 2001 had a young American actor doing something? That'd be interesting to try and find out. But I'm not gonna.
You're not that interested then, are you?
No, I mean, like,
not
if
interested
it was
enough to bother.
If it was something better than Glitter, I probably would be like, that'd be a rabbit hole I'd go down.
Yeah.
But I want to get this done and forget this film as quickly as possible.
We ever watched it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Just bad all round. Bad all round. That does also. This isn't. Maybe this is seen, but it's also including. This is still talking about Dice as well. So maybe this would be a bad scene, I suppose. But it's his DJ set. So I know you were like when he did that thing with the rap, and he's like yeah.
Yeah.
When he's doing his DJ set and he's spinning the decks in 1983, and he's throwing random record scratches in.
Yeah.
And it doesn't suit the music that's being played. It's like R&B, poppy sort of R&B thing, which is not 1983 sounding at all.
No,
anyway.
None of the music is of that era, and it's not club music either.
No.
It's like pop music, but it's not what you get in a club like that.
No.
Like a club with a DJ, it's dance music or house music, or it's not.
Not in 1983
music.
though. 1983, I think it would be.
What would you think it would
disco?
be? Yeah, disco. Yeah, but that, you know what I mean, like something you can dance to, not like ballads, and I don't even know what you'd describe her music as.
I just don't know what American clubs are like. I don't know if Americans do dance music like the British do dance music. Do you know what I mean? Where's the happy hardcore, the techno, the gabba techno, all that sort of stuff? Where is all that? Where's the acid?
Yeah.
I don't know if America has that. I know they have like electronic music, but how, if somebody said, oh, here's, I don't know, DJ Shadow, would Americans go, oh yeah, I was listening to him in the club last night, he's great? Or is it more like Flowrider in clubs? Do you know? I just honestly don't know. What are American clubs like?
I don't know. I've never been to one.
They just don't. When you see them in films, they just seem to be a place for people to do dance moves.
Yeah.
Or to be dressed up really weird. I just think they've got the American culture, I think, has got a very different experience of clubs than we have it here, because a club is basically a place for us to just continue drinking and then get off with someone. Really.
Yeah, back in the day. And then the lights come up and you're like, shit.
Oh my God.
Who have I been kissing?
Yeah. The club I used to go to called JJ's, at the very end, like they'd play a few really slow songs for people to get a little bit closer, etc.
Yeah, I think they did in all clubs, didn't they?
And then at the very end, they just whack all the lights up and play Nelly the Elephant.
Yeah.
And it's like,
get out.
Yeah, I get what you're doing. Oh, look, the woman you pulled is an elephant. Yeah. And it's like, oh, could you
That's
be
your
any
cue
worse?
to run.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the worst, isn't it? But he throws in all these weird little, like, mixies.
Yeah.
Record scratches. And it's not only that the record scratches don't suit the style of music, it's also that they don't fit in when he's doing them.
Yeah.
And it's like you're just stopping the record and then you're starting it again.
Yeah.
And it's not in rhythm, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I just didn't get why they did that. In 1983, were people scratching records?
I don't know.
I
was 2.
I was 4.
I should know.
I should know. Well,
you should
I was
know,
3
yeah.
until the very end. But, yeah. Oh, I don't know. But then, very, very briefly, I've got a bad location. American clubs. They just look awful.
Yeah.
They just look awful. People are doing weird dances. They're doing routines. People are doing routines in clubs.
Are they though, or is this just in movie land?
That's the thing. I just don't know what's real. I just don't know what's real
anymore.
Americans have got 50-year-olds playing teenagers in schools. Are kids that old in America?
Yeah, but we've talked about this before, haven't we? Because we think it's because of the working hours and stuff. They get older actors because...
And Mariah Carey. born in 1969. She's 10 years older than me, right?
Okay.
Born in 1969. The movie came out in 2001. She's playing a 19-year-old in the film.
Yeah.
She was 32.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's real. God.
Maybe none of us are real.
Are we humans? Or are we dancers? I just don't know. Are we humans or are we glitters? Right. Go on. Sorry. I have talked about dice for too long. And we need to move on and talk about something else.
What about costume?
Oh yeah.
I feel like everyone knows how I feel about the 80s. Great times.
Great times.
And also, I mean, I've just said to you, haven't I, about it was great era for fashion. I didn't mean, and you're like, was it? I didn't mean it was great for fashion. I mean, it's great. It was a great era to set a movie in because the clothes were fun, weren't they, in the 80s? We didn't get any of that in this. Like, we got a lot of leopard print.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, there was not really a nod to the 80s, I didn't think.
No. This movie could look like it could have been the
been
90s or 2000s.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't feel like they were true to. And also with the hairstyles, because hairstyles were quite big in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like lots of perms.
Yep.
Lots of like big fluffy hairdos. Like I always remember my dad's hair being fluffy. It was no product in the hair.
Yeah.
It was very much like brushed and quiffed and like, you know, it was very, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. Bouffant, yeah. It wasn't, you know, like it kind of went through the 90s then and people started putting gel and stuff in their hair, especially guys. But in the 80s, it was very fluffy, no product. We didn't really have a nod to that either.
Unless you didn't have the hair that would go bouffant and then your hair was full of product to make it go like that. It was perms and hairspray.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
All that back combing in the 80s as well. But ultimately,
if you had thick hair though,
if you had the hair, it was just left like that. My hair.
My dad's hair was very fluffy in the 80s.
Yeah.
All the photos that I've got when I was a kid, like a younger kid, dad's hair was just big and fluffy.
Brings back Emma's dad's 80s hair.
And my mum had a perm. My sister had a perm.
We're still waiting for a photograph of that, Emma.
Oh, yeah, I know. I need to get a photo of that.
I mean, we're 2 years into this podcast, and every single episode that we release, I put the hashtag bring back Emma's dad's 80s hair.
Right, I need to get a photo and get his permission to put it on socials as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to do it.
But yeah, the costume, I thought you could have done so much more. With it being set in the 80s, you could have done such great things with the costume, and they just missed an opportunity there. But also, Dice had a chain around his neck.
Oh,
and it had, like, in chunky letters, Dice written downwards in the, I think it was gold. Yeah. That was awful. I know, again, it was the 80s, so, like, chains and stuff, like, probably were in, weren't they? Like, gold chains and stuff.
Yeah, especially in, like, a club music scene, I imagine.
But it was just hideous, wasn't it?
It was. I honestly, I really question the whole idea of setting this film in the 80s.
Yeah.
If they're not
going to do it properly, then
going to do it, I just don't understand who designed this film.
I don't know. Anonymous, an anonymous person wrote it, produced it, or was it all Mariah Carey? Did she do it all?
Well, who was the costume designer in Glitter? Because somebody has to have a word. It's honestly someone who said, "Oh, we're setting this film in the 80s, so look it up." And then they went, "Yeah, sure, I'll look it up. Yeah, I know all about the 80s. Yeah, no problem."
No.
Leopard print, that'll do. Thanks. And then there was a bit of gold lame at one point. Gold lame? Is that the material? That gold? I don't know. It was a very gold thing. There was one point where Billy had a lot of money, and also she had like this credit card, you know, because now she has money, so she's got a credit card. And they were like, she said to her friend Louise and Roxanne, "Let's go shopping." And then they go into a shop, and then they instantly walk out, and they're all in this gold clothing. It's like, no shop had gold clothing. No shop had that. I'm sorry, but what? And then you literally see them in this gold clothing for about 2 seconds, and then it cuts away to a different scene. It's like, what was the point in that? We don't even get like a shopping medley.
Nope.
What's going on?
No montages in this movie.
Just very odd. Yeah. terribly, terribly done. Go on. What else we got? What else?
Music.
Oh, okay.
We kind of covered this already, but it was just all shit, and it wasn't clubbing music. I don't think.
No. Wasn't particularly dancey.
No, it wasn't stuff you could dance to, was it? And in a club, that's what people do. They get on the dance floor, and it was just, and all of her songs just sound the same. Yeah, and it was like you said, it's like she wrote snippets of songs just for like a clip for 30 seconds or a minute, but they weren't full songs.
No.
And they all sounded the same, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, it was just, the music was really bad.
I like how the synopsis even gave us, she sings this song, she writes this song, and it's this song, and they gave us the name of the songs.
I couldn't have told you the difference.
But the only one I could told you anything about was the I Didn't Mean to Turn You On one.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's repeated so many times in the film that it all just became the one song. As you said, it's I Didn't Mean to Turn You On could have been the same song over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I know. I do also have a bad song. Or, well, again, it's like a bad song / bad scene. It's the opening scene.
Okay.
Where Glitter's mum, I wrote Glitter's mum because I didn't know her name was Billy at the time. So Billy's mum, right, she's singing the song at the opening, and she's singing it absolutely fine. She's not a problem at all. But then there's a point where they have to bring Billy out to sing. So all of a sudden she just turns drunk.
Yeah, she does.
She just turns drunk. She's like, oh, and then people are like, she's too drunk.
You're right. She was singing it perfectly fine before that.
Yeah. And then it was like, we need an excuse for Billy to come out and wow the crowd.
Yeah.
So, bing, instant alcohol. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, here's my daughter. You can sing the song. And then she just sings along anyway. And it's like she just suddenly becomes a drunken lush, just like that.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't get it. No. That's bad song, bad actress, bad scene, all kind of wrapped up into one terrible package.
Bad.
Just bad. I actually don't have anything else bad about the film.
No, I had something down that I thought I was going to talk about as bad, but I think I might actually talk about this in the good on the flip side.
Interesting.
Yeah. So how would you improve this movie?
Oh, let me count the ways. Get a better singer-songwriter. I'm not a Mariah Carey fan.
No.
I understand she's got a great talent.
She's got a great voice. You can't deny that.
Absolutely no way you can deny
like
it.
Her songs or not.
It's very subjective. It's a matter
of taste, isn't it? Like,
it is.
Yeah, you can say she's got a great voice. You might necessarily like her music.
Yeah. And I'm not a fan of her music.
No, me neither.
But I'm also not the sort of person that will go, I'm not into that genre, so therefore it's shit.
No.
If it's a good pop song, it's a good pop song. You can tell
she's got talent. And she's been very successful. So obviously she has been very popular in her time. Yeah. I don't think she does anything now, does she? Does she still release music?
I don't think she needs to. No, once a year,
probably not.
All I Want for Christmas comes out and just bumps her up.
There's not been any new Christmas songs not any good new Christmas songs for years, has there? We play the same old ones.
I'm just going to put this out. I agree. I 100% agree with you. There hasn't been a good Christmas song since the 80s.
Yeah. When you go to a Christmas party,
yeah,
it's the same Christmas, or on the radio at Christmas, it's the same songs they churn out from 20 years ago. It's not longer.
I'm gonna have it. Maybe I don't know if this is a controversial opinion.
Okay.
But the greatest Christmas songs of all time.
Yeah.
Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole, and his Christmas album.
Yeah.
I Saw Three Ships. Oh Tannenbaum. Oh Tannenbaum. Oh, absolute peak. I have a dream, right?
Yeah.
Of being in a beautiful lodge house, all my friends and family, all over for Christmas, having a wonderful time, a great Christmas party, eggnog, everyone's dressed up. You know, the men are in black tie, the women are dressed in however they want to dress. But I have an image of me in black tie with a brandy, standing at the fireplace and singing Nat King Cole songs.
That is a movie we need to make.
Because I was trying to say Nat King Cole songs, and I was like, Nat King Kong.
Nat King Kong. Whoa. We need to make it. Write it immediately. I'll stop writing Crank 3 and we'll...
you never started writing Crank 3.
Don't tell everyone.
that King Kong, that'd be amazing.
I had a whole lockdown and I still didn't write that.
No, you had, yeah.
To be fair, I was quite busy in
you
lockdown.
You didn't have any time in lockdown. You were homeschooling children.
I was homeschooling one child. I had a 4-year-old and I was working from home. That did not go well.
It wasn't happening.
No.
But yeah, that's my dream, is just to be standing there over a fireplace singing. Yeah. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I mean, I'd have to learn to sing first of all, of course. Yeah. But that. Oh.
J-Lo could help you out.
Oh, do you think?
No.
What if I met J-Lo and me and her were the greatest love story never told?
Do you think that's how you could improve this movie as well, by making it about Nat King Kong?
Nat King Kong.
Nat King Kong could come walking through the town, destroying everything in his path.
He attacks New York, and the only one that can save it is God Glitter.
Yes.
Mariah Carey just grows, and she hasn't got a singing voice. She sings, and like a blast of fire comes out. Oh, what a showdown! All I Want for Christmas versus O Tannenbaum. Yeah. And I know what I want to win. But that's how that's how I turn it into a creature feature. Yeah. Nat King Kong versus God Glitter.
With better music.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Brilliant. How would you improve it?
Well, I'll do exactly the same.
Okay, of course.
But also give it a storyline.
Oh, it can't just be a fight.
No, I've just put down better storyline and better music.
Yeah.
Or I didn't put better storyline, I put storyline.
Storyline. So when you say storyline, do you mean we want a better love story?
No, I just want more things to happen. It was just so boring.
Yeah.
Just, there's normally a few things going on. Sometimes there's even little side stories going on. Like, this was just, nothing going on.
Nothing happened.
So, what are you going to score?
Glitter? Zero. I absolutely made up my mind.
I'm exactly the same. 0. The only reason it's not going into minus
because
of like one little thing that made me laugh that I'll talk about in the flip side.
Okay.
But other than that, otherwise it probably would have got a -1. But it's 0 because I can't. There's nothing I can go, oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah. This film has 0 redeeming features.
Yeah.
I very rarely say a film shouldn't have been made.
It's a bore.
This one in Dish
Dogs to get
Dogs.
through. We would have turned it off if we hadn't had to review it.
Yeah. So on that note, everyone, we've kind of really panned this film.
Yeah.
So you now can. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go and record the flip side.
Yes.
Where we're going to talk about the opposite, the good stuff that happens in this film.
Yeah.
And
so it'll be a 15-minute episode.
Yeah, it's a nice short one. But you can, if you don't already, come and join us over on the flip side at www.patreon.com/ICBadMovies. And for the very, very low price of $3 per month, which will help us pay for the movies that we rent.
Yeah.
Will help us pay for cinema tickets to go and see Naked Gun at some point.
Oh, yes.
Which we'll have to try and figure out in our very stupidly busy schedules when we can fit that in. Yes. But fingers crossed we can do it. Fingers crossed. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But it will pay for our cinema tickets to go and see it, which would be amazing.
If we don't manage to go out and see it, we will maybe download it and watch it when it comes on the streaming services.
Download it, yeah. Definitely.
We definitely want to watch that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm very, very excited. I went to see Fantastic Four at the weekend, and the trailer was on there. And it's the same bits from every trailer. They're not showing us anything different, which always makes me worry.
I wonder if all the funny bits are in the trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely need to go and see.
Yeah. But yeah, you can come and hear us on the Patreon. We're going to go talk about all the good bits of glitter. You'll also be able to get all of our background episodes as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, come and check us out and see if you like it. But for now, it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.